Today I have a bit of a special video. I want to show you something that I haven't really seen anyone talk about. This is specifically talking about the Cross Stitch Saga software, app that is used by OwlForest Embroidery for their cross stitch patterns. So Cross Stitch Saga is a alternative to Pattern Keeper, and I'm going to go ahead and get into finding these files, how to use the software in my limited experience, and we'll go from there. So here we have the OwlForest Embroidery website. This is the UK version of the website so that it's in English. I'm going to go to the charts tab, and then for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to go to the free charts and download one of their files. So this pretty glutton waxwing bird, I'm going to go ahead and download that. You'll see there it has the tab for PDF plus Saga. So that means when you get this download, you're going to have the Saga file embedded in the PDF. Let me show you what I mean. So if you open this file up in your, like say I'm using the Chrome browser, and this shows up under Chrome, there's not going to be any attachments. You're going to have to open it in Adobe. So here I have went ahead and pulled up my downloads folder, which is where that's going to be when I downloaded it from OwlForest. I'm going to right click that and then open in Adobe. When the Adobe app opens, I'm going to get rid of this ad here, and it should already have the attachments sidebar opened for you. So you're going to click or right click on that Saga file attachment, and then you will save that. From there, what I recommend is just emailing it to yourself, or if you already have downloaded this to your tablet or whatever that you use Saga on, then the files are already in the same place as your Saga app. But otherwise, what I do is I have Adobe on my computer, and then I email the Saga file to myself, and then I can download that attachment on my tablet's email browser. If that doesn't make sense, just let me know and I can clarify what I mean. But basically, I'm just emailing it to myself to get the Saga file on the same device that has the Saga app. Now, this method that I just showed you only works if you have the PDF from OwlForest Embroidery. You can purchase them on their Etsy store or obviously from their website. But however you get the PDF, this is how you extract the Saga file from the PDF. Now, let me go ahead and show you another way or two of getting those Saga files. Now, from the UK OwlForest website, when you try to click on the frequently asked questions tab, it doesn't work for me. It shows like 404 web address not found. But when I go to the Russian website, which Chrome automatically translates to English for me, then that frequently asked questions tab shows up. This is what that looks like. Now, item number 2 on the frequently asked questions list is going to be what you're going to care about here. So it says, kits and patterns released after September 13th, 2021 include a QR code with a link to download the Saga file. I don't have one of those, so I can't testify to how that works, but they say that they include a QR file to get that Saga file, like a QR code to get that Saga file. Now, the way that I found out about all of this is that I purchased a set of a set of kits from OwlForest Embroidery a few years ago. So this was before they started doing the QR codes. So anyway, I had purchased through their website, so I already had the proof of purchase, and I just emailed them my order number and a screenshot, and they sent me the Saga files directly, but only the Saga files, not the PDFs. So that is where I had to learn how to use the software. From a business standpoint, I think this really makes sense for them because it means that you're really only going to want the Saga file to use with Pattern Keeper. If as a Pattern Keeper alternative, if you bought the paper pattern in the past. It's not like you can't just take the Saga file and sell it to people who really don't care about cross stitch. I mean, or that don't already have the pattern. I don't know. It just seems like a way for them to not get ripped off as much. I think that people would just have a lot easier time selling the full PDF to people than they would just trying to sell a Saga file. So they're a little bit more lenient with sending those to you. But anyway, that aside, you should be able to get the Saga file if you purchase a kit after September 13th, 2021. If you purchased it before that, they have this link included there in the answer to question number 2. There's a link, and I'll show you what that looks like. So here is where that link takes you. This is their little form for requesting the digital Saga file from the proof that you have. It's pretty basic information. It really just requires you to take some photos, provide some basic contact information, and stuff like that. They also, as you scroll down, have examples of the types of photos that they want you to take to provide with them when you send that request. Now, I didn't use this, I just emailed their support email, but I'm fairly confident it will work about the same way, and they say that within a couple days they'll get back with you and provide those Saga files. Now remember, this is the Saga file. I don't think they're going to send you the PDF, the full PDF, like you can purchase on their Etsy store or on their website. So I have found Cross Stitch Saga in the Google Play Store on my tablet. Since I've already purchased the app, it's not going to show me the price. It just lets me open or uninstall it. I can also install it on more devices, etc., etc. The price for this app, as of February 15th, 2024, is $12.99. It's a one-time fee. Again, you can use it on multiple devices, but this is what the app homepage for the Play Store looks like. I can't speak for the Apple Store, but this is specifically for Android. There are some feature tips here, if any of those will help you. This is, from what I can tell, either a Russian or, so crossstitchsaga.ru. So this is a Russian app. I believe the tutorials for that are going to be in Russian. So it is a little bit hard, and that's why I'm making this video. Okay, so now I'll open the Cross Stitch Saga app. I have went ahead and downloaded the free OwlForest patterns that I wanted, as well as some of the paid PDFs. But I'm specifically going to show you here what it looks like when you try to use a pattern, because I did not find this app very user-friendly. So I'm hoping that someone else can learn from my experiences, because it is very useful and I really like some of the features. So I'm going to start with this one here, which is called Borscht, and you can see that I have 0.5% put in. So I'm just going to open that up. Now, one thing to note here is whenever you are zooming in or out or even moving the pattern, you have to use 2 fingers. So I can zoom in and out. I'm not gonna zoom out too much just so you can't use this pattern, but so yeah, you can zoom in and out. And if you want to move it from like side to side, again, you have to use 2 fingers or it will think you are trying to mark off the pattern. So we are going to look at some of the features that I really like this for. So here at this this little highlighter, when it is in this blue position here, it means you're going to mark off. And whenever it is in this white position, flip the other way around, it means you're going to frog stitches, remove stitches, unhighlight stitches. There's some options for fill. I really don't know how to use that, but I don't think it's that necessary. But one of my favorite things about this, I'm going to flip it this direction so I can go through and just highlight a portion of the pattern. There's an undo button and a redo button. So if you do forget, the biggest thing that I've used this for is if you forget to use 2 fingers when you're trying to move the pattern, you can undo whatever you accidentally highlighted. I really like the that undo button there. See, so we'll leave it in that. Another really cool feature up here at the top is going to be your embroidery statistics. So it keeps track of the date and the number of stitches that you put in. I know that that's one thing that people wish Pattern Keeper had, because when it does the daily reset on Pattern Keeper, you lose track of however many stitches you did that day if you didn't write it down, as far as I know anyway. This here highlights what you've done versus just graying out or moving it. This shows, so these are just different ways of looking at it, but this toggles between showing what you have stitched, which are these filled in red, the red heart, versus what you have not stitched. So depending on how you want to look at it, I really like being able to see what color I'm working on next and unhighlight what I've already stitched. So I really like to be able to flip between those based on, your preference. Okay. Now, over here, you have your colors. You can pick whatever color. It tells you how many stitches are left in that color. And then you can toggle only that color. So let me pick a color that is in, let's do the white arrows. So you can toggle between showing the entire pattern, but that's the color that's highlighted, or only showing your highlighted color. Now, the thing that I absolutely adore, so these little yellow flags off to the side of each line tells you how many stitches that are in that block. How amazing is that? So this top line of this ladle here is 25 stitches long. I don't have to count that. It tells me it's 25 stitches long. All I have to do is count my stitches when I'm stitching it, not keep counting on the pattern itself and my stitches to make sure that they're the same. Love that. Every OwlForest pattern from now on that I'm going to stitch is going to use this software because of this one feature, because I think that is just so helpful. Love it. But this is the screen that you have to do. So you have to have selected a color, and then you have to toggle with this switch to only show that color. I'm sure there are features out the wazoo on this that I don't understand yet, but I did just want to show how I have made this app work for me, very simply, because it's not very user-friendly. But I think with just this information alone, you'll be able to stitch all of your OwlForest patterns using this software. Since it is a one-time fee, I understand that, $13 is not exactly cheap, but if you stitch a lot of OwlForest patterns, I think it's great.